And Rahil and Shagun is it, right? And was.
Yes. Okay. I think we are live on YouTube now.
Hello, P.
Hello. Are we on YouTube?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong link. Just go to the.
Are we not on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says live on the corner, so I think so.
Correct. Okay, I'm just going to post on our usual socials and then we can get started. We are waiting on Abe and no, Nemo's already here.
Nemo's here.
Safe.
Waiting on Shagun, maybe?
Hello. Hi.
Hey, Nemo.
Hello.
And of course, Rahil. How can we do this without Rahil?
Oh, yeah. the great all.
Did Roshni say she was going to be on or not?
I think she did, yeah.
Punjit is the only one I think who couldn't make it this time.
Yeah.
Has anyone checked up on Lord Chaos General Rahil?
He's probably playing some. Just check on.
Can't you just.
I'll send him. I'll call him.
He's on Monster Hunter right now. Or just check Discord.
He's listening to Spotify at the moment. That much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he's just chilling out before the nonsense happens.
I think he's trying to run away from this one.
Well, he can't
Okay.
run very far, can he?
Shagun says he's on in 5, I guess. Cool. So I'm just going to post on our WhatsApp and Twitter.
The latency is pretty good actually. It's like a couple of seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Last time it was like 20-25 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's just trading off lower. It'll transcode it to lower frame, like lower resolutions on the fly, but now it won't. So now people can only watch at 720 or whatever we're streaming at.
So people who have potatoes, they can just go fuck themselves.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We went straight. Sure. Okay. Cool.
I called Rahil and I have texted. It should be on. So I gave him a missed call, so you should know what that means.
Still listening to Spotify.
Zoned out. Where is Roshni though?
Let me message her.
Okay.
Everyone's waiting for you.
Yeah. I'm logging in.
Awesome.
Well done.
He sounds super sleepy and or drugged out.
Which is the best way to be for something like this.
I'm telling you, he's running away from this one.
Who was after Rahil?
I remember very clearly till me, like after Nemo, things were like pristine, just crystal clear. Everything was great. It was a very consistent story till me.
Karishma was after him.
I did have a plan going into this though. And
I watched a couple of episodes and then so Karthik shows me highlights, right? He's like, okay, watch what the story is with the first person, then watch what Rahil says and watch what the following person says. So that kind of set my like benchmark for this. And then I entered it and Siva was like, yeah, you're up after Rahil. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be that person.
Trial by fire. Although Rahil, you are now shrouded in darkness.
Which is the right way for Rahil.
My bulb burnt out and I just never bothered to fix it.
It's okay.
You're literally the Dark Lord today.
You're now the Shadow Lord. Banished to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see. I came in and everyone had already started blaming me. So I was like, yeah.
Oh, we'd started long ago. Then you joined up.
Okay, so do you want to get started and Shagun can join in the middle, or do you want to wait for Shagun?
What did he say? How long is it going to take?
He said 5.
He said 5.
Which was
which was 4 minutes ago. Yeah, so we can maybe give it 60 seconds and then get started.
Yeah, we count down.
Dawn and
60 seconds.
6.
By the way,
that's
it's gonna be really funny because like the video has a different me, and now I have like managed to trim my beard.
Oh yes, I noticed. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to start the screen share. Hang on.
So like it's gonna be very confusing for people. It's like, who is this homeless man suddenly on screen, like talking about shit?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Blurry cam. Okay. I'm just going to double check the audio. So tell me if you folks can hear this.
Danes Arts. Many of the folks were celebrating the summer.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Where's the YouTube link? Is it in the Lore Keepers?
Yeah.
Yes, I shared.
Got it.
Hi guys.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how did you get light? Right? Or is that your monitor?
What?
What?
We could suddenly see you.
No, that's because the screen is lit up now. Yeah, there's my monitor, yes.
Roshni, where's your oh no background?
See, now it's gone.
That system crashed, so I have.
What?
Yeah, so I haven't uploaded my bomb ass
Oh, no.
backgrounds yet.
Fair enough.
Wait,
I'll arrange
where's the YouTube link? I have to
Yeah, I
see.
gotta check that one too.
No, the YouTube video.
Oh, it's a
Karthik just
fancy
sent
thing
it.
now.
He just sent it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sent it on WhatsApp again.
Send.
Kashma, I sent it to you as well. So please
Where?
on
Chuggins logging in.
on Discord, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so please spam on all your family WhatsApp groups and friends groups. So
Yeah, I told my mom I've got to wrap up because I'll be on YouTube. She's like, "Oh, send us the link."
Oh dear, does that mean we can't swear? We can't swear
no.
then.
Can we change our names?
Oh dear.
I mean-
Yeah, I'd like plausible deniability.
I don't remember what I recorded because full disclosure, getting my defenses out, I was extremely sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay.
is that the reason?
Okay, cool. So we should probably get started. Does somebody want to do the intro? I keep doing the intro every time. So somebody want to do the
No,
intro?
you should do the intro, man.
You should do the intro, Karthik. Yeah.
No.
Break with tradition.
Why did I ask?
Why did you bring it up?
Why did I bring it up?
Oh my God, what happened to Roshni?
Feeding into the background. So.
Clearly does not work. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Shagun.
Wow.
Fire background. We have fire background.
Or you disable the background or something. Oh.
What? Do you all want this background? I will send it to you right now.
Did you send it?
I think
Okay.
the Fire Lord.
first one.
The Fire Lord needs to have the fire background. The Shadow Lord has the shadow background.
Okay.
Folks
Folks have been waiting, so we should probably just get started. Right. So I'll just give you a quick intro of what Narrative Telephone is. So if this is the first time you're tuning in, basic concept is pretty simple. It's like Chinese whispers. One person. So every episode is a different person, but this week it's Shiraz, who basically made up a story. It's about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes long, and he records a video of himself narrating this story. And then that video is then passed on to the next person in this randomized list, who then watches the video just once and then records themselves retelling it. And then that video then gets passed on to the next person, and so on and so forth. So by the end of 10 sort of repeats or retellings, the story obviously gets garbled because people forget things, add things, screw up things. So today we're just basically watching everybody's stories from start to finish. So almost everyone here has only seen the story that was sent to them, and obviously they know the story they shared. So this is like a reveal for everyone to know how much things change. Is that a fair summary, guys, of what is it? Oh,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
this is not at all a unique concept. We've completely stolen this from much more popular D&D group online that also called Critical Role, that has also a web series called Narrative Telephone. But this is just our take on it because we are bored and we're all stuck at home. So
very bad take on this.
So we'll jump right in. So we're starting with Shiraz's video. So this is the first original story. So Shiraz, do you want to set it up in any way, or do we just jump right in?
So before making this video, I just basically looked up how to create the most fucked up story ever. But I I didn't quite succeed, so it will go bad, but I want to see if how badly it'll go. I've been hearing things, so I'm excited.
I want to hear, if I may, after Sid goes, I want to hear his theories as to what he originally thought.
I'll tell you in the end. So wait till the end, viewers.
Sid is like almost last, so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit play. So this is the first.
I look very upset. That's because I was. During a sunny day in Zarth, many of the folks were celebrating the summer solstice with a string of libations in the sun-drenched rooftop taverns. In one of these taverns sat a spinner of stories, her skin shining with old age and wisdom. "Mishpani," cried the crowd around her, "please, tell us a tale to go with our tankards." She smiled and obliged. Once, long ago, a ranger did range to the languid lich fens in the north, in search for a baleful beast known as the Bane of Bergenwasser. Her master had tried unsuccessfully to slay the beast, and lost an arm and an eye in the process. Determined to make things right, the ranger, whose name was Kulkulhain, set out, and through many months eventually found the beast's lair, where she laid an ambush. While she was waiting for the beast to show its head, she thought about her master and her time spent in training. Her master would often speak to her and say, "Do you see the beast? Do you have it in your sights? Aim true, and it will not present a problem." Her reminiscing was cut short by the beast's baleful roar. It saw her and charged. Kukulhen was ready. She shot an arrow, true to its aim, hit the beast in its head, and it skidded to a halt at her feet. She smiled and remembered her master's teaching, spoke to herself softly and said, "Clear enough, Mishmani. This did not present a problem." The tavern erupted in joy and cheers, as another round of drinks was ordered, and Kukulhain, the owner of the baleful beast in Zarth, took an order for everyone in the tavern.
What?
What?
Wait.
You're in mute.
Shiraz, you're in mute.
I don't think we have a single.
Only pleasantly surprised.
I mean, that's a great story.
That's not what your face said, because your face is great. That thumbnail, that should be the thumbnail.
Yeah, this did not. I did not hear this.
Wait, I'm pretty sure this might be the most different story I've ever heard out of all of the narrative telephones that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And it's an actual story. Well done, Shaz. I love it. Also, so sorry.
I know one thing that survived, but we will come to that when it happens.
That's
Just
what I wanted. Like, I have
thing.
theories. I have
Two
theories about
words
what
survived, as far as I can tell. 2 words.
What were the 3 things that can go wrong in the story again?
The names, the language.
Don't know.
So the
And
story is
something
the
else.
easiest part. Then the names is the
sequence-
second, and the
the
third
sequence,
is
the
the language.
names, and the language.
I don't think. Okay, fine.
Yes, as to what at the end?
I am very curious to see how, because like Siva's face in the next video, the start is just like indicative of how I wanted it to go. So
Okay,
far,
so-
top marks.
So hold on. So the second person who went is actually Punjit.
Oh yes, we should have Punjit.
Punjit is unfortunately
let's do
not on
Punjit.
the call because he's busy with work.
Wait,
Punjit,
Punjit is second.
Punjit is in YouTube chat though. So Punjit, is there
Oh
anything?
great.
We can take a few seconds. Is there anything you want to say before we play
He
your
says
telling
he
of this
brings
video?
his anxiety.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh.
Wait, I don't even have the YouTube chat open. Wait. Fine.
Okay, Punjit says no. That's all. I bring my anxiety here. Is
Punjit is probably just screaming and like behind the screen.
yeah.
We need to see Punjit's iconic face before he starts this.
I want to see
Yeah.
which one becomes the thumbnail for this. Like,
We need that exasperated look that Punjit has.
I think so. I'm just going to screen share again. I think you guys will be happy with this.
he looks like he's very upset with me.
He looks pissed.
His beard has become more beardly now.
Okay, so right, I'm going to play Punjit's version of this now. So this is the first like retelling of the story.
Okay, let's get it right. Whew. It was a sunny day in Zarth, and folks were celebrating the summer solstice on the sun-kissed rooftop taverns. In one of the taverns sat a spinner of stories who was shining with old age and wisdom. One of the patrons called out to her, saying, "Miss Money, why don't you tell us one of your many stories?" She smiled and obliged. "I will tell you the tale of Miss Money. I will tell you the tale. No, Miss Money is her name. I will tell you the tale of a ranger who was looking for the baleful beast. The baleful beast was a powerful monster who was known as the Bane of Bikini Bottom, was it? I'm going with it. Bikini Bottom. Bane of Bikini Bottom. We need the franchise. Sorry. Back to that story. Okay, so she had been looking to slay the beast for a really long time, training almost all her life for it. She eventually found the beast's lair and set up an ambush. While waiting, she started thinking of her master. Her master told her, Guggenheim, do you have the target in sight? Do you see the target? If you see the target, you shall never miss the target. Sorry, Shiraz. However, the reminiscence was abruptly broken by a loud roar of the creature. Guggenheim was ready. She had an arrow knocked and she hit the beast right on the head. The beast collapsed and stumbled and fell at her feet. Mishmani, finally proud of her achievement, smiled and softly spoke to herself, saying, "I had this right, master." The tavern, full of applauses and joy, abrupted, and everyone was happy, and they called for another round of drinks after hearing this tale from Mishmani. The tavern, which was called the Belfast Beast, and the tavern keeper, Guggenheim, served everyone another round. Thank you.
That was amazing.
Fucking great.
Yeah, except for the bit in the middle, it was perfectly fine.
Can I just say, I like the charming accent at the end where he's like, "and everyone wanted to drink." I love that addition, Punjit. Great job.
Very tasteful. Well done, sir.
You got the structure perfect.
Yeah, I don't know why he was. Unfortunately, we can't cut to him. But yes.
Guggenheim is my favorite edition, though. Like
Guggenheim is canon.
Yeah, so Punjit, you have nothing to be.
You're not here, so you can't defend yourself. So.
You
that is true.
You had Guggenheim though, right, Shaz?
But then it's obvious.
You had Guggenheim in your story, right?
No, it was Kulkulane.
Kulkulane.
the Welsh hero.
Joy, I heard.
It's like, I can't believe the story is still being fucked up in real time. Which is
Think about it. We just saw it.
You'd think the more we do this, the better we get.
It's
Really not.
I want to wait until Mish Money goes away so that I can like tell you what Mish Money is.
Because I'm hearing Mish Money and I'm like, what?
We'll get to it next.
I don't think you have to wait too long.
Okay, cool.
This was, by the way, sorry, just to say, this was 2 minutes 1 second.
That was your video.
And Baleful Beast of Bikini Bottom. That's also.
Yeah, I love that. I think like
bad. I feel bad every time Punjit does something good. I am there right behind him.
You know how
In
that
the
saying
dark.
goes? Behind every successful Punjit, there's a Rahil with a dagger.
He's lurking Rahil in the dark.
That is true.
I still haven't fixed my. This is the day the bulb burnt out, I think. I was like,
You were
It was
sleeping,
an
remember?
omen, my friend, an omen.
I like how this is like the 4th episode we're live streaming and 5th we have done. And we know these videos are going to be up on YouTube and live stream. Yet,
We're still okay saying nonsense.
yeah, no, we're still okay like being in a dark room and recording.
We are never gonna get monetized for this.
This is foreshadowing for what happens to the story, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, okay. So this is Rahil's retelling, which is the 3rd person down the line.
Forgive the less than stellar lighting. My
audio
bulb
quality.
burnt out. So it was a sunny day in Zat, unlike this. And because of the summer solstice that was approaching, everyone in the town gathered at the pub to get a drink. I suppose this is what you do during a summer solstice. Anyway, oh shit. Fuck. So during the festivities, one of the patrons goes like, "Hey, oh wait, no. So in the pub in the corner was this cute this unassuming old lady who turned out to be a storyteller, and everyone was like, yo, tell us a story. And the lady was like, presumably had beads hanging off her side, like the bead curtain from the she's the oracle. All right, so she looked like the oracle and had like a tray of cookies just there hanging, I don't know. And then everyone's like, yo, tell us a story. And she goes like, oh, yeah, I got you, fam. And then cuts to somewhere in the woods where the hunter was supposed to go find the baleful beast of Bikini Bottom. I didn't make that up. Hard to believe, yes, but not me this time because I've never watched SpongeBob. Because there are no sniper rifles, they had a bow and arrow. They knocked the hunter, knocked an arrow, and had the baleful beast in sight. And out of nowhere, they heard the voice of their master, Guggenheim, go, "Und take the arrow, and keep the beast in sight, and loose when the beast is locked in thine sight." And the hunter took this sound advice of like keep the target in your sight and fire, and the arrow found true. How does that phrase go? The arrow hit the target. The target's dead. There's blood everywhere, and they looked at the sky. They saw their master and go like, "Guggenheim Sensei, this is for you." And everyone in the tavern celebrated at this riveting tale of a guy who shot an arrow and killed the thing he was aiming at. The storyteller is just drowning in applause and roses, and then the barkeeper, whose name was Guggenheim, goes, yeah, and cleans the mug, I think, is the story. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Oh. Where do we start? Okay, I'd like to say this. Rahil, are you like in an anime, you're the main character, and we are like the side people that you like? Is this what's happening? Are you like MC in an anime, and we are just like either like the 9 spirits that inhabit your water bottle or something? Like.
When I said, I think in the chat, I said, I was like, I'm really sleepy. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. And then I decided, you know what? Nah. Go on.
Rahil, we need you to do that arrow thing once again.
The German accent.
Yeah, I am very happy that the accent. I'm very happy the accent went from Scottish to German, so that's great.
It's like, I think that's the easiest accent I can do from all the World War II games that I. It's just in my head constantly. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
It's you go for a villain or you go for a mysterious person, and it becomes very easy to be German.
Yeah. I feel sorry that that's what Karishma had to.
I was just going to say, she's just watched the YouTube like episodes. Like, oh yeah, I can participate this week, and then goes after Rahil. Oh no.
I feel like I have to watch that video like at least 5 times to get all the 10 things you missed. Like compilation.
Top 10 things Rahil missed by what?
Top 10 things Rahil did in this story that was different than the original.
The 9 will surprise you.
Like if I can go through the top 3, it's like the ranger became male. Guggenheim became the master.
Well, hey, I'll have to stop you right there. I never specified the ranger's gender.
It was a hunter.
You said he in the end.
I did?
Yes, you did.
I lost.
Okay, so next up is Karishma. Okay, so this is what, number 5?
3.
4.
Isn't this 3?
Shiraz.
No, it starts with Punjab.
Okay. It's 4th.
It's 4th. Okay.
I like how we can't even agree on what sequence we're at.
Anyway, cool. This is Karishma's retelling.
Okay, I'm going after Rahil, so I'm a little nervous about having lost the plot already. But okay, here goes. It's the day of summer solstice, and these group of people are in a pub, and this Rahil thinks this is what people do on summer solstice. They go out for a drink, and then they spot a cute, unassuming grandma type of person who is wearing beads, and she has a cookie tray, and she's some sort of storyteller. And these guys ask her to tell them a story, and she tells them a story of a hunter in the woods who is hunting, and he has a bow and arrow to shoot his target, and there are other people who are around him who are also hunting, and they are all disciples of Master Guggenheim, who wants them to kill skillfully and tells them in what sounded like Rahil speaking German, but it was the line that said, "Keep to your target and shoot." And that's what this hunter guy did, and he shot the beast which had appeared in the woods, and all of the people gathered and they said in unison, "Guggenheim," something like that. And then it cuts to the scene back in the pub where one of the cleaners is cleaning up a mug of blood. End scene.
Oh, that ending
Now the
was
story that I
perfect.
heard makes more
Yes.
We careened from comedy into horror. Like,
This sounds like the story I heard.
okay.
Yes, exactly.
Since it's your
Finally,
first
this is a
time,
story that I also heard.
This is
Like
exactly the
it
story
since it's
that
your
I
first time, Karishma, I would like you to run us through like just a brief gist of what was going through your head.
What I thought was maybe he was given like scenes that were separate. So, because I didn't get the connect between things. So I thought, okay, so there are these people in this pub at summer solstice, the grandma, and then somehow from the grandma, there's a beast. And that connect was like, I don't know how that happened. So there was that. And then, what was the last thing? And then, yeah, I remember
Blood.
everyone screaming Guggenheim together. And then the blood. I don't know where the blood came from.
We've turned in.
Also-
We've got like Full Metal Alchemist vibes now.
Yeah, I don't
That one
remember.
mug of blood changed everything downstream.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
god.
know.
Because
Maybe-
I also like to state that like one of the things that I noticed in the beginning of the video was the whole Rahil thinks this is what people do at summer solstice, which should be the title of this video.
The attribution is this is clearly what Rahil thinks. This is clearly what Rahil says in German.
Because you were so incredulous when you said it. This is what Rahil thinks. I guess people do in summer solstice.
The moment he said that, he forgot that.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure how much of it is the real narrative. So I'm like, this is probably what he added. Let me just make it clear for the next lot of people.
Okay.
I think when Rahil classified the grandma as cute and unassuming,
Yeah.
like, something bad is going to happen.
Also, cookie tray, like all the Rahil
Horror
markers
movie
in my head were
tropes.
like, let me just save the next person and mark this.
So
No, go ahead.
no, so you were trying to do what Sid unsuccessfully did last time, of trying to just figure out what the actual story is, and then gets handbagged by all the random details that came in.
Yep.
Exactly.
There are other things in it. For example, I wanted to see if the accent survived, but it didn't. So let's hope it comes back in the future.
I thought he made that up.
Also, Bikini Bottom only survived 2 videos.
I am very upset because I wanted Bikini Bottom to like survive longer.
I think Nemo was a filter there, or I don't know. Probably.
No, Karishma took it out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah.
German accent can come back, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh.
Chaz, who was Mishmani?
Yeah.
Which one is gone?
It's actually Miss Moneypenny.
Miss Moneypenny, yeah, that was a Sean Connery accent, right?
But it's Sean Connery saying Miss
Yeah.
Money.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Love
Okay. Okay, moving on. This is Shagun. This is number 5.
Yup. Yeah.
Sure. Anything you want to say before we hit play?
Not this time.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay. So the story begins on the day of the summer solstice, where a group of people, I assume friends, are having a pint at the pub. We don't know where this pub is. I would like to say Zaat, but not specified. While they're enjoying their drinks and chit chat, they meet an old matronly lady, someone with a grandmotherly air, probably looks like someone in that a person of that age range. So amongst the paraphernalia she's wearing are beads, and her garb or her manner identify her as some kind of storyteller. She is also carrying cookies, and I can only assume that she gave them some cookies. Anyway, these guys take the cookies, and she proceeds to tell them a most peculiar story about a hunter who is doing his job, very much what it says on the tin, in a wood, in some kind of forest. He is accompanied by a group of hunters, rangers, and is also, of course, equipped with his trusty bow and quiver of arrows. These hunters and trackers are all disciples of the great master Guggenheim, who has imparted, I guess, through his own legendary experience, he's given them some guidelines. He has told them to kill with skill, and he has, in the ancient language of hunters and trackers and whatever, has told them to stick to your target and shoot. Yeah, he's told them to do something like that. Anyway, so I don't know what they were hunting. It's not specified, but they make their way through the forest, and following the guidance of their master, they track down their prey, the beast, and they slay it. And then they gather around its carcass and they all shout Guggenheim in unison, I guess, to honor their master. And that is the end of this story. And then the meta narrative, the group in the pub, well, their journey ends in a strange way, because it appears that the cleaning staff, the servers of the pub, are clearing mugs of blood from the place. And that's pretty much it. Krishma, you did good. Let's just blame Rahil for all the mishaps.
Oh my God, you knew.
Now the pub is full of vampires.
I mean, how did he know?
Yeah.
He had a Zarth back, which is good.
Yeah, he actually guessed Zarth.
He guessed though. I don't know if that makes person.
But that was a good guess.
Yeah, but how did
That's
you
a really good guess.
How did I guess Rahil?
Shot in the dark.
No,
I know
how did you guess Zarth?
How did you guess Zat?
I just,
Oh, you didn't. You just jumped in.
It's like I need to make up a place, but let me make up.
So, I mean, I want to give you guys a story of how, like, fractals formed in my head and geometries came.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, it must be Zat. So I just pulled it out of my, Everyone uses Cordonis. Chalo, Zat. The honest truth of it.
Yeah.
It's like you gave up halfway through the story, though.
No, man.
Literally.
Something had been lost over there in the middle. So I said, what is
There's a really big gap there.
I like how it is becoming more like a Stephen King story slowly.
Oh,
Honestly,
I went last, and it's totally that.
But it's wrong. So Tupac the bull just getting hunted in the forest.
I just love the detail that survived, which was like all the hunters stood around the carcass of the beast.
All right. Okay. So number 6 is we are in the back half.
Damn, I forgot to add my name again to my video, just like Nemo does.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So this is Nemo, who's number 6.
I don't even know how you do that. But
I use OBS Studio, but this time I screwed up, or the software screwed up, and I lost video midway through, as you'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, go. All right. A story begins in a pub where a group of friends are having a few drinks, and they're enjoying themselves very much. It's the summer solstice, and it's a bright day, and they're sitting together and having a few drinks at the end, and they meet this matronly lady who comes up to the table. She's wearing a few beads, and she has this air of a grandmotherly-ish around her, and she comes bearing cookies, and she says, "Hey," she's like the storyteller, and she starts telling these group of friends a story, and the story is about a hunter. They're actually a group of hunters who are hunting some sort. We don't know what game exactly, but they're hunting some sort of game within the forest, and they're all disciples of the god Guggenheim, and they've been taught a lot by Guggenheim and their all disciples, and he's asked them and taught them to kill with skill. So they all go around and they manage to. Guggenheim has also told them one more thing, which is shoot straight to kill. So they do that exactly. They shoot straight and they kill their whatever they were training for, and they finish their hunt and they all chant together Guggenheim. At this point, we come back to a frame story where it turns out that the story is done and the cleaners of the inn, the serving staff shows up and they start mopping up lots of blood, and they clean up the table, which is all bloody at this point. I don't know who screwed up, but somebody did. So I don't know. I'm guessing that the lady killed them all, but I'm not sure. It wasn't specified, as Shevan kept saying. All right, best of luck, Joy.
That was like perfect summary. I don't know who stood up, but somebody did.
Everyone like immediately went like, something's fucky here.
I actually loved listening to this. It was like, oh, like this is going into the horror mode. And I was watching Twin Peaks. I was in the middle of Twin Peaks season 3 at this point. I'm like, this resonates. This is good.
Accidental David Lynch.
Yeah. Suddenly cleaning up blood.
So my understanding at the end of the story was that the whole blood thing has to actually relate in some way, but we missed out how it relates.
That is the best part of the story, to be honest. It's like there's this mystery. Someone from the hunt is there in the thing, and there is some sacrificial thing going on, some cult thing.
It's slowly turning into Bloodborne.
Nemo, as the person who went last, I can tell you it definitely relates.
Oh boy.
I want to see what happens.
We were just talking about, hey, maybe try making a horror narrative to tell about.
So
the best horror is the one you don't expect.
So Punjat just commented saying he just tuned back in and is like, wait, there's blood now? What?
I love it when Punjat like enters the scene in these situations. He's like, I imagine it happening in an actual pub where we're all having drinks, and then Punjat comes in and suddenly goes, wait, why is there blood everywhere? And we're like,
It's that scene where where they come in with the pizza and everything is on fire.
Troy comes in with a
the darkest timeline. Yes.
Okay. So cool. Next is
Joy went next.
Joy went next.
Joy, bring the Twin Peaks, man.
We have a different background from Joy this time. It's not his usual window.
Joy always has different backgrounds.
Joy always has like really nice and sunny backgrounds. Which
it's usually a window.
Except for that one time he called in from hell.
Yeah, the darkness. Then he was the Shadow Lord. Now you've taken over.
Okay, so this is number 7, Joy.
So hey, this time story, which I just like heard Nemo's version, pretty interesting. Sort of like, we'll get to the end of it. I'll think about the inspiration at the end of it. So here is how the story goes. On a bright summer solstice morning, a bunch of friends are in a pub drinking, and it's a fun day. They have been at it for some time and they're somewhat drunk. And while they're at it, this elderly grandmotherly lady turns up in front of them, and she tells them that she's a storyteller and would they like to hear a story, which they agreed. So then she starts telling these people a story, this group of friends. It's about a group of hunters who are all disciples of this god Guggenheim. And Guggenheim has taught them to hunt with skill, kill with skill. And one of the mottos is shoot straight to kill. And every time they do that, they kill very skillfully. Every time they do that, they chant her. I don't remember it's her, but chant Guggenheim's name. And yeah, that's where the elderly lady finishes her story. And now we come back to the present and we observe inside the pub that a bunch of cleanup people, cleaners arrive and they start mopping up. And what they're mopping up is blood off the floor and the table. And the group of friends are nowhere to be seen. There's cleanup people slowly come, wipe off the blood, clean it all up like nothing ever happened, and then they walk away. Yeah, that's how eerily the story ends. That's the end of the outer story. Pretty nice. Yeah, bit Kafkaesque, I don't know. Bit like Stephen King, I would say. Unexplained stuff. Pretty nice. And yeah, with that, my story has come to an end, my rendition of it, and over and out to the next person.
I love the ending too.
So the way he says, "Oh," and then they walk away, it's almost like he gave himself the chills.
like a drama teacher narrating a scene and going, so.
It would have been horrifying if you turned around and there was like a mug of blood.
I was
like
deep,
last time.
I was deep in David Lynch that week. I was like in the middle of the whole Lynchian universe. So yeah, that took an effect.
I also like the way he gave a review at the end of the story.
Yeah. That was my favorite part was like, and now my story came to an end, and that's when I thought the cup of blood should have shown up. Like he would just lift a teacup and it had blood on it.
Red syrup of unknown origin. So like,
not
is it
blood.
It's such a shining moment, right? Big wave of blood just coming out.
Oh yes. I feel like blood has like now dominated the story.
Who introduced it, by the way? Where did
Karishma did? Karishma
Yeah.
introduced the blood.
I mean, you're bringing out all the like Stephen King stuff from us. Everyone's going super dark.
Okay, next up is Roshni.
I think
Proper aesthetic for the story.
It's also a little bit red as well. So like,
we have so many good thumbnails. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is Roshni's telling of the story, which is number. I'll rewrite this time. Number 8. So after this, 2 more.
Our story starts on summer solstice. It involves a bunch of friends who are sitting in a pub, drinking, having some fun time. They're having fun when an old lady saunters over and is like, "Do you mind if I sit?" And they say, "Okay, boomer," but they let her sit. And then she says, "I have a story to tell. I'm a storyteller." And these guys say, "Okay, sure. Let's hear your story. What could go wrong?" And she tells a story about these group of hunters. And these hunters were the followers of the god of the hunt, Guggenheim. And their path was to always make sure that they strike with precision. Your hunt should be with skill. Your arrow should leave to kill, and there should be no misfires. But yeah, they're like, "Oh, we have to make sure that we always hunt properly," and then they had this thing where they would chant Guggenheim's name or Guggenheim's tales while hunting and tell Guggenheim's tales. And yeah, that's where she stopped the story. And then we cut back to the present day when we are sitting in the bar, and you see a bunch of cleaning crew walk in and they start mopping the floor. And while they're mopping, you start realizing that the liquid isn't water or any other liquid, it's blood. But they just carefully clean up the place and then walk off. You don't get to see those group of friends right now. Yeah. That's it. Creepy.
Joy, you have lighting.
This is perfect. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
This is the least flustered I have seen you during one of these retellings.
Exactly. This was so calm and collected.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, wait, this is pretty good story, because there's
it made it all the way to the end.
Element where it ends. I was like, that's why I said in the group, oh, I'm impressed and but confused a bit because there's and now I realize, oh no.
We made the
this
story
is not
along
the story
way.
we got.
Because your version seems like the old lady murdered the friend.
That's the story that I got.
That's what I got from Joy's story. I thought that.
Even I thought so. It was in my mind. It was like she is either Guggenheim and like she has powers or something, and then she basically devoured everyone or something. Like old god Guggenheim.
The cleaners are just the hunters coming by to like clean up.
Yeah.
At this point, money has become.
I really like this story still. I like how the story is going right now. Like, Roshni is perfect.
I will vote Roshni MVP. This felt like an old Ahert episode I watched when I was a kid. There's like a guy telling the story, shit's happening.
I would say that's a thumbs up.
The problem is I kept on forgetting in the middle. I was like, wait, I need to have this feel. It needs to be creepy.
We didn't notice. Like, you were good.
The creep was so good. We didn't notice the drawbacks. We were like, oh no, the creep's harder.
So hang on. I had one question. The dogs barking, were they in the Roshni's video or now?
You'll never know.
We don't know. That's the part of the mystery.
I'm guessing it's Roshni's
No,
video.
I heard that too. I think it's in the video.
Okay, cool.
It's in the video. It's in the video.
It was at the perfect time as well.
Yeah.
They're all grims, man. They're not hounds. We're all gonna die.
Roshni, did you add it in post? Did you add it?
It was all planned, you guys. It was all.
Where's the stage? Is that the stage?
That is the stage.
Yeah. So.
It's just gonna drop out for a second and coming back in a minute.
Sure.
Cheers.
I like how Sid reliably is the only one who shoots in portrait. Everybody else shoots in landscape.
Landscape.
Yeah.
I mean, Karthik, these flames don't just compress.
Also, no one's gonna mention someone in the pub going, "Okay, boomer."
Yeah.
I thought that was a homage.
Sure that was Rahil.
That was an homage to
offering
you.
people cookies.
Yeah, that was an homage to you because I felt like the memeness had to come through at some point. It threw people off.
So that's the problem. I almost went comedy. I was like, no, reel it back in. I have to go back to horror.
So in Roshni's head, if like this creepy story survived Rahil, I have to make it through.
Yes, I was so impressed with everyone that everyone told the story immaculately, so that it came back to me, maybe missing a couple of beats. Oh no.
Guys.
Oh no, is right.
Guys, if we're giving awards here, I think Roshni deserves like best atmosphere.
Set design.
I think Joy deserves best articulation of the story.
Yeah. I would say, like, single-handedly, these last two videos, this is not my story anymore, it's yours.
As I said, 2 words have survived. I don't know if they made it to Shiva.
Yeah, let's see. We have 2 more to go. So Sid and then Shiva, right? Those are the last 2.
Yeah. These are the
Okay,
last.
so this is number 9 then.
Parts of this story have gone missing between when it started and how it got to me, but I'll tell you I'll try and retell the version that I was told. So we start off on summer solstice in a pub where a group of young friends have gathered to enjoy themselves, drink, etc. And there's an old lady who sort of approaches them and says, "Can I join you guys?" And they say, "Okay, boomer," but they also say, "Yeah, sure. Why don't you join us?" And she says, "Let me tell you a story. I am a storyteller." And this is the story that she tells. And it's about a group of hunters who are followers of Guggenheim, the Lord of the Hunt. And the followers of Guggenheim, basically, they ensure that they hunt with skill, and they respect their prey, and they shoot to kill. And they have these like various tenets that they follow, and when they go on their hunt, they chant the name of Guggenheim or possibly the stories about Guggenheim, but they chant this during the when they go on the hunt, and then that's where the old lady stops her story and it just ends abruptly, and then we cut back to the present day. And obviously there's some detail that is lost here, but basically you see a cleaning crew cleaning up the pub, the floor of the pub, and they're just going through and cleaning it up, and then you realize that it's not like water, the liquid that they're cleaning up, it's actually blood, and it's spooky. Yeah.
And it's spooky.
In case it was not clear from how I retold it, I'm telling you how to feel.
Oh man, this one is like a treasure trove of thumbnails and like catchphrases and shit like that. I also like how you like made the god of the hunt like acceptable, like it was the reformation of the church or something. It's like,
okay.
I was very curious about where what's it called? Okay, boomer came from. I was sure it was Rahil. But...
Guys, it turns out Yoshi is the hidden lord of chaos. Now
yeah.
Yep.
I feel like this is just gonna encourage everyone to add something completely random in the middle. Everyone assume it's Rahil.
I think
this
we've
was my
already
best
done that.
at making sure the story stays intact. I tried so hard.
You did
MVP vote.
You can.
You still threw a little bit of chaos into the mix.
Whatever Nemo gave me, I just added the cleaning crew to it. I think I just somehow
you added the cleaning crew.
And then Roshni defined the core architecture of the current story.
This is great. Last one, Mr. Siva.
Yeah, I want to say something before the last one, before you guys play it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
So I am not a fan of horror at all.
Oh no!
I made it a comedy.
It's not even like I made a particularly scary story.
He said
I know you did.
If you had gone after Roshni, it would have.
But I just decided I'm not doing horror. I'm not doing creepy. I'm going to do a comedy.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
You can do that? Okay.
I want to see this pivot.
You can watch it. Yeah.
I want to see this pivot.
But yeah, there's like a marked change in the tone now. And thankfully, I went last.
Yes, the face.
Oh God. Award for best thumbnail goes to Siva.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be deciding whether to stick with horror or comedy.
I feel like you made a choice here already. So, okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. This is the final version, the 10th retelling.
Okay then. Let me tell you a story of this pub on summer solstice. 4 hipsters hanging out in the pub, having a good time, having a drink. In walks old granny. Old granny comes up to the hipsters and says, "Mind if I have a drink?" Hipsters say, "Okay, boomer." Granny gets upset, but granny pursues, tells the hipsters, I'll tell you an interesting story. Intrigued, the hipsters say, okay, tell us the story first. The granny says, the story is of Guggenheim. Guggenheim was a dark and ancient god who used to hunt his prey with skill and something. Followers of Guggenheim are also adept hunters. They terrorize their prey, they respect their prey, but they are skilled hunters. And they always start out the hunt by telling a story of Guggenheim. Like what the old granny did. Anyways, the granny tells this tale of Guggenheim. Enraptured, the hipsters listen on to every word. The night is over and the granny walks out of the bar. The cleaning crew goes in to clean up the bar the next day. But all that's left on the floor amidst the spilled drinks and spilled ale, blood everywhere. That's all the story I got, guys.
Guys, can we go to appreciate?
Did not do comedy.
I mean, you are too pure for this world, my friend.
Yeah. Why did it have a How I Met Your Mother vibe? Like, it was like, oh, you told a story? First tell us a story.
I almost thought in the end you were going to go, what's on the floor? This red strawberry jam.
I was thinking about it.
Strawberry jam forever.
Siva, what is respectful terrorism?
It's when you say, please, could you get in line? So I may like.
They terrorize their prey, but they're also respectful.
I mean, it's like, Krupya isko terrorist kar lijiye kind of.
Please, everybody, like stand firmly while I hit you with the butt of my gun.
I'm so happy nobody followed me.
I mean, it still ended in a horror mood, though. Like,
yeah.
The blood state.
Guys, I think Guggenheim is now, canon. Respectful terrorism is an acceptable form of behavior, and
we have a guild for it. Like they give you a receipt afterwards. Like
customer service important.
They're like, if you have any troubles with our recent terrorism, please call.
With like a 6-month warranty on future.
If you don't like your terrorism, we'll come back and we'll do it better.
I almost expected when the granny's walking out of her turning, and I feel as I would have added this. The granny turning and goes like, oops, did I do that?
Nice pivot though. Nice pivot, Shiva. Like it went from horror to comedy, like super good.
Yeah.
And it's like on summer solstice, don't go to a pub, guys.
So
it's like
don't listen to a story from a granny.
So is that the end?
Don't okay boomer creepy. Don't okay boomer kind cute granny in a fantasy world.
Okay, I'm going to like open the curtains a little bit and like kind of let the air in and tell you what I tried to do.
Okay.
So 2 framing stories, one inside the other, and litter it with names, obviously, because names are really hard to remember, especially if you start using like weird names.
And alliteration.
Alliteration is like it forms a pattern in your head that is very easy to forget. So those were the 3 things. I actually wanted to see if the accent survived, or at least a kind of version of an accent survived. But that was there to like throw people off the game. Like the accent, the line is actually from like a Sean Connery movie. Not from a Sean Connery movie. It's from what you call it? What's the one with like Renton and all this? Like no, it's like a book, man. I'm blanking on it, but it's from Trainspotting. And they say, "Do you see the beast? Do you have it in your sights?" And then the guy goes, "It shouldn't be a problem, Miss Moneypenny," which is where it's from. But yeah, good job, guys. I mean, it's not my story anymore. I like the horror version of like the Lord of the Hunt Guggenheim and his like band of like murderous, respectful terrorizers.
So
An old granny in the midst.
does that make this the most drastic change from beginning to end for a
Yeah.
story we've had?
I think so.
I called
You
it.
got like space empires and stuff. Come on.
And it started
No,
out
I
as
mean-
the shortest story.
That is true. It started off with a shorter story. Okay, so with that we finished all 10 whatever videos.
Time also, huh? 1 hour to the dot.
Yeah, decent time.
And if you are watching and you're not part of like if you're part of like the Retold Discord or like the Lands of Loorou Discord, please let us know if you want to take part in it, because I think we're gonna start opening up.
If you want to kill some boomers on a summer solstice, yep.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so like Karishma this time was joined for the first time and hadn't participated before. We're happy to get new folks to come in and like jump in. It's like
Karishma, could you rate us? Like, give us a review, please.
Rank
give
us.
give us an Amazon like star rating or something.
Neat 4.5 stars.
Yay.
I've posted the link to the Discord in the YouTube chat as well for anyone who's there.
Yeah, it's also in the description. So we keep the links in the description. Anyway, so if you're interested to participate, it's like 15 minutes of time. I think you can watch it once and then record yourself retelling it, and you're done. And then an hour maybe when we live stream it to join the call. But yeah, we're kind of excited to get new people because I think that's more fun than just listening to us talk to each other. We do this all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. So thanks, folks, for joining in. This is episode 4. I guess before we go, we need one thing. Who is doing next week's episode? I mean, not next week, whenever the next episode is. Roshni.
Roshni, yeah, it was decided.
Yeah. Okay, excited. Okay, so the next
standard is high, huh? Mood lighting.
It's gonna be horror now. It's gonna be like, yeah.
I'm out.
So whenever we air the next episode, which might be in the next 2 weeks probably, episode 5, that will be Roshni's story, which then all of us will have to read it. Cool. Okay. Thanks, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thanks,
You
everyone.
guys. Bye, chat.
Okay, bye,
Ciao.
chat.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
So what the heck?